Okay, so this is question 4 from the 2018 NHT Further Maths Exam 2. In this case, I've got a barn being built. It's going to have 11 activities, A to K. The directed network shows activities and the duration in days. What we don't know is activity I at the moment, and we're going to let that equal P days. All right, so in this case, what we're after at the moment is the earliest start time for activity I. That means the earliest start time for that. So in a sense, that means I'm going to have activity C coming into that position, activity and activity G. So I need to work out what's going on from those directions. So activity C, it's clearly going to be 2 because it's just this one, because I remember I started 0. Okay, and that's going to be 2. So that part's an easy part. Here, I'm going to go up along this part. So I'm going to go A's going to be 3 here, and then I go to activity D. So activity D starts at 3 and then finishes at 7. Okay, now I can come down to this spot here, and now I can come down 7 plus 5. So from activity F would give me 12. Activity E would give me 4 because it's 3 plus 1, and activity B would give me 5 because it's just B. So in this case, remember, we're looking for the largest number. So in this case, it's going to be 12 there. 12 plus 6 would give me, coming from G, would give me 18. So the earliest start time in days for activity I is going to be 18. So 18 days. Okay. Now, let me get rid of some of these bits for a moment, just so I can make it a bit cleaner on here. Now, determine the value of P in days that would create more than one critical path. Okay. So let's go from here. So we've done up until I at the moment. So if I come into the finish, that means I'm going to have a J coming in and activity K coming in there as well. So 18 plus 5 would give me, for J, would give me 23. All right. Remember, so that's what I want K to, that coming in from K to be 23. So I need this to be 23 and that to be 23. All right. So I actually like to do that last bit with a different color. Just so it's easier to, so 23. So I'm going to go, now I go back. So I'm going to say 23 minus 4. So K here needs to have the latest start time, in this case, at 23. Oh, not 23. I don't know why I said 23. It needs to be 23 minus 4. So that would be 19. So that means for this part coming into here, that means that this number here needs to be 19. And for me to get 19 there, I have to do 18 plus 1. So that means my I, in this case, would be P equals 1. All right. So if the value of P is 6 days, what would be the float time in days of activity H? Now, I've just put a copy of this this directed graph here just so it makes it easy, so I don't have to keep going back. You wouldn't have a copy here in your exam. And I've put the 6 in down there just so you can see. All right. So in this case, what we've got going on, remember, we've got 18 there. So what's going to happen here is we know that this is over on the side is 6. Okay, so it's going to get 18. So basically going in this direction, just because I'm going to save a bit of time doing that, I'm going to have, so coming from H, I'm going to have 17, because it's 3 plus 4 plus 10 will give me the 17. 18 plus 6 coming from this part here going across. 18 plus 6 would give me 24. So coming from finishing of activity I, I'm going to get 24 here. All right. Now, and then I'm going to get, if I finished up here, I would have it as 26 because I was 26. Clearly I can't add. That would be 28. So 24 plus 4. So I'll go back. So that was 24. I know that this one here is going to be 24 as well because it's 28 minus 4 would give me 24. 24 minus 10 would give me 14. So if I put my one up here, that would mean this would be 14. And if you remember before, that was 7. So my float time there is the distance between those two numbers. So my float time equals 7. Okay? And that's how you complete that part, the part C of the question. So let's move on to the part D. When a second barn is built later, activity I will not be needed. A dummy activity is required as shown in the revised directed work network below. Now let's keep in mind what this means here. So the dummy network is coming into this point here to start so that K can start. All right. Now what that means is for K to start, H needs to be finished. So that's a predecessor. But what on this revised network, what it's saying here is because these two are coming into this spot here, that means C and G are direct predecessors. I always have to make sure I get spelling this word right. Predecessors of K. As I said before, H is as well, but that H is irrespective of whether there's a dummy activity there. But by introducing a dummy activity there, for activity K to start, I need H to finish and I need C and G to finish. And that's a really, really important point when we're talking about this, the purpose of this particular dummy activity. Okay, thank you.